Hey guys, it's Taco Die, and this video is specifically about how to farm. The first thing that you'll notice is that I'm in a squad. You always want to do it in a squad with as many players as possible and all drop at the same time, because then matchmaking has a difficult time finding that many players in that short time of queue to match up with you. And because of the low player base at the time, you're going to be matched with a whole bunch of AI, and that's the intent, is to get matched with a whole bunch of AI and just kill all of them as quickly as you can and get all the EC. So as you can see, we didn't spawn against any players. The game's going to match us up against all AI. You'll notice that the robots that I'm using have very high damage output, and that's very key because you're constantly doing damage for the entire duration of this. There's no hiding. Not the best robots for playing other players, but again, this is a whole different style of gameplay. This is called farming. This is where you farm the damage on the AI, get the EC, and just do it over and over and over and over again, because as we all know, getting EC, especially if you're a free-to-play player and you don't utilize premium and you don't play a whole lot, this is a great way to get you just a whole lot of EC to get those upgrades that you're looking for. Okay. When you play with a huge squad, one of the first things about farming is you don't want to be the first one directly out there, because then all the AI focus on you, and your robot will just get killed by 8 AI at once, and you're gonna die. So don't do that. Let the AI kind of each individually pick a target, so their damage is spread out, and then just take them on one by one. And so it kind of goes in phases. So in the first phase, you just have to kill all the AI as quickly as you can, so they all start getting back to their spawn. So we've got 4 kills. So once you've killed enough, just turn around and head back to their spawn. Okay, and then you're just going to kill them as they spawn. So that's kind of the general scheme. And now specifically with how to get the most score, always aim for weapons. So in this particular robot, this is probably one of the best farming robots. We'll go over the specifics of that maybe at some other date. But you'll notice that my reticle pretty much always faces on their weapons for my mangler, so I'm just constantly shooting at their weapons, constantly shooting at. I like to shoot at the top weapon. It's the easiest to aim at, and it also, for this particular robot, it makes Vulcans very accurate. One of the things that I try to avoid with this particular robot is I don't fight lights. I just let the other guys kill lights. I like to fight because this robot uses a whole bunch of heat. I seek out the Ravagers because Ravagers have no heat resistance. So I just make sure I focus. Look at that, 10,000 damage in a stretch. Then that I wouldn't have been able to do that to an MAO or a Tirpitz because they have a whole lot of heat resistance. So I seek out the robots without heat resistance. Okay. Another really popular farming robot is the Mangarinelli. It's a Nelly with 4 manglers. MMR, 2 magazines and 2 reinforced upgrades on your manglers is one of the highest damage per second per cycle builds in the game. So are Vulcans. The Vulcan Mao, the MAO with 3 Vulcans, is the highest damage per second per cycle robot in the entire game. Unfortunately, it's not mobile enough to get up to target fast enough to utilize that. And so the Cormorants, this Vulcan Cormorant's the best because it can very quickly get within range to make the Vulcans worthwhile. And then it also it's got 2 Manglers and 2 Vulcans, which are the highest DPSC robots in the game. Okay, and so you'll notice that as soon as we beat that first wave back, we all just stayed at spawn, and we just start killing them as they're at their spawn. And that's about it. I do want to mention one thing. There is one golden rule to farming, and that is do not kill a Tirpitz before stripping all its weapons. There's a whole bunch of EC available there. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys out there.